So now we will be discussing about mining rocks and minerals. This is again the big idea. Earth's rocks and minerals are economically valuable resources made possible through extraction, mining, and processing. And at the end of this lesson, hopefully, here are the things that you should be able to accomplish. Right, so Philippines have a large reserve for various kinds of minerals, and in fact, we are the fifth most mineral-rich country in the world for gold, nickel, copper, and chromite. And the reason for the abundance of these minerals is because the Philippines is located along the Circum-Pacific Belt or the Ring of Fire, where the processes of volcanism and plate convergence led to the rich deposition of both metallic and nonmetallic minerals. Okay, so the Mines and Geosciences Bureau, or the MGB, is the Philippine agency that oversees all mining activities in the country. And according to them, it is estimated that the Philippines has around 41 trillion pesos worth of untapped mineral wealth from metallic and non-metallic minerals. And the metallic minerals that are found in the country include gold, copper, nickel, chromite, and iron, and non-metallic ones would include limestone, marble, gravel, and sand. Right, so the metallic mineral reserves in the Philippines, specifically for gold and silver, can be found in Benguet, Masbate, Camarines Norte, Compostela Valley, Agusan del Sur, and Surigao del Norte. Copper with gold and silver deposits are found in Benguet, Cebu, Zamboanga del Norte, and Nueva Vizcaya. Chromite deposits are located in Surigao del Norte and Samar. Large deposits of nickel are found in Palawan, Zambales, Surigao del Norte, and Surigao del Sur, as well as the Dinagat Islands. And iron deposits are located in Leyte, Bulacan, Camarines Sur, and Zamboanga. As for the non-metallic minerals, limestone deposits are found in Guimaras Island, La Union, and Pangasinan. The largest marble deposit is found in Romblon, and this is the reason why Romblon is called the marble capital of the Philippines. The Comprador Island in Romblon has deposits of rare black and gold and green marbles. So this image here shows the geographical location of metallic and non-metallic minerals in the Philippines. So the potential areas and deposits of different minerals in the Philippines. Okay, so now we move on to the mining process. Okay, so the mining process starts with the discovery of the mineral ore. So mineral ores are minerals from which metals or other elements can be profitably recovered. The discovery of the ore is carried through exploration. Exploration aims to locate the concentration of the ore, define the extent of the concentration, and find out the value of the ore. So these vital information are needed for the evaluation of the financial and technical viability of the mining endeavor. If the decision is to develop the mine, then all necessary requirements are put in place in accordance with an existing guideline such as the Philippine Mining Act of 1995. So next we have extraction. So extraction of ores may be done in one of its two types. It can either be surface mining or underground mining. So surface mining, which may involve strip or open pit mining, involves the stripping or removal of surface vegetation and layers of bedrock to reach the buried ore deposits. Underground mining consists of digging tunnels or shafts to reach the buried ore deposits. Then, after the extraction, the mineral undergoes processing, and processing may be by chemical or physical means. The physical method includes crushing, grinding, and washing. Washing enables the separation of valuable metals or minerals from the waste material called gangue. Since most metals are present in ores as oxides, carbonates, and sulfides, processing is done through chemical means, such as in the case of smelting. So smelting includes heating and melting of the ore, and it also includes electrolysis. So this image here shows you the physical or the usual physical and chemical processing of ores. So it starts with mining, and then they go ahead and stockpile and blend it, and then afterwards they crush it. It undergoes milling, then they add the reagent or the chemical, then it will undergo froth flotation, then after that it will undergo concentrate thickening or tailings thickening, and then concentration filtration, concentrate bagging, and then loading, and then transport. So as for the tailings, it will go straight to the tailing dams. Okay, so what are then the different environmental and health impacts of mining? So each mining process has concomitant environmental implications. For example, ore extraction may lead to the landscape devastation. It may also lead to erosion, loss of biodiversity, formation of sinkholes, and pollution. So processing produces tailings. So what are tailings? Tailings are waste materials from ore processing phase. They often contain toxic materials such as acids and cyanide used in processing. They also contain heavy metals such as lead and mercury that were not fully removed. Tailings, if not properly dumped or stored, may lead to soil and water pollution, may cause health hazards. And speaking of health hazards, if not properly protected with appropriate equipment, miners may highly be exposed to toxic minerals. The health effects of toxic exposures may lead to acute and chronic illnesses such as lead poisoning. So lead poisoning causes neurological damage. It can also cause physical growth impairment, especially for growing kids, or if, for example, if the person or if a person is currently pregnant, so it may have an effect with the growing fetus. It can also cause nerve disorder, anemia, reduced IQ, especially for children. And next we have mercury poisoning. So it affects the brain, kidneys, and lungs. And also mercury poisoning is associated with gold and silver smelting. Next, we have silicosis or black lung. So this is the inflammation and scarring of the lungs due to inhalation of silica dust specifically, and black lung is primarily caused by inhalation of coal dust. And then finally, we have asbestosis. So this is a respiratory disease caused by inhalation of asbestos, and most of the time, asbestosis often lead to cancer. So we have here in the Philippines the Philippine Mining Act of 1995. So the mining industry is governed by the Republic Act 7942, or the Philippine Mining Act of 1995. So the act was instituted to govern the exploration, development, utilization, and processing of all mineral resources within the territory and exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. So the implementing rules and regulations of RA 7942 provide strict adherence to the principle of sustainable development. So it means that the needs of the present should be met without compromising the capability of the future generations to meet their own needs, with the view of improving the quality of life both now and the future. So anchored on sustainable development, sustainable mining includes the observance of the following guidelines. So first, mining activities must always be guided by the best current practices in environmental management to reduce the impact of mining while efficiently and effectively protecting the environment. Second, mining activities shall be undertaken with due and equal regard for economic and environmental considerations, as well as for health, public safety, social, and cultural concerns. So, the Mines and Geosciences Bureau has the administrative jurisdiction and responsibility over its regional offices with regard to the implementation of RA 7942. And some of the Responsibilities of this agency include the management and administration of mineral lands. It also is the one that grants and cancels mining permits. It also is the one that should enforce and monitor the environmental work program of the mining site and environmental protection and enhancement program. So, although the mining industry is the backbone of economic growth, it should operate within the framework of sustainable development to ensure the adequate protection of the environment and human welfare. We should always remember that mining should be pro-people and pro-environment in sustaining wealth creation and improved quality of life. So the best practices in mining operations are indicated in the environmental guidelines for mining operations.